Good morning. I want to take just a moment this morning to talk to everyone about our student-led conferences that we have coming up on November the 14th. First, to go off script a little bit, as teachers are taught, and now we're teaching you as students, we start with the end in mind. So what I want to try to do first is just kind of put a end picture on what these student-led conferences are going to look like. First of all, I know that this means that starting right now, there's going to be some routines that are going to be changed in the classroom just because we're now just getting teachers and students on board with fully understanding what it is that we're trying to do. First of all, let's start with our Core 4. Core 4 serves many purposes, as we know, but Core 4 will be the place where everyone will go to have the student-led conferences, and it will be the place that will pull all of the information eventually together in. But here's how that happens, and here's the role that we play in this at this time. First of all, every Core 4 teacher has a crate of red folders, and each student should have a red folder in that crate. The sole purpose of this red folder is for your encore work. Encore teachers are not keeping folders in their classrooms. All of your encore teachers, arts, music, PE, will be returning your work to you on Wednesdays and Thursdays with directions to take this work with you to your Core 4 class. And you'll be putting this work in your Core 4 red folder. That is the sole purpose for this red folder. So encore teachers, every Core 4 class, these crates will be out with the students' red folders, and students will be coming in to drop all of their encore work into these red folders. Now, the second piece is all of the work that you are accumulating and putting together in your social studies, language arts, math, science, Spanish classes. Every teacher has color-coded folders in crates in their classroom. The routine should be that every student comes in every day and gets their working folder, which is the paper folder. This is where your work goes in for this particular class. Throughout the grading period, you're trying to decide what work, what assessment pieces you are going to pull to put in the plastic folder in that classroom. To bring the end in mind and to cut to the chase, at the end of the grading period, actually on November the 13th, we will have a time that afternoon where all students will go back to their language arts, math, science, social studies, language arts, Spanish classes, and you're going to be pulling those presentation folders, the plastic folders, and taking them all to your Core 4 class. Now you're going to have your core class folders along with your red Core 4 folder for your encore classes, all in your Core 4 classroom so that you're ready for your student-led conference on the 14th. So that's kind of looking at it at the whole, how this whole thing works. So our first student-led conferences are really coming up much sooner than we think. It really is just around the corner. And we hope that you are as excited about these as we all are, because this is an outstanding opportunity for you to share the work with your parents, guardians, and a loved one. The conference opportunity is a great benefit for all stakeholders, teachers, parents, and you, the student. Teachers are well aware of the fact that the end unit formative assessments are not the only way for students to demonstrate their understanding of the content material, and that there are other ways to show mastery. And this showcase portfolio, if you will, is a way for you to demonstrate your strengths. Parents are a key factor to your success. But not being in school with you is very difficult for your parents to stay in the loop with what you are doing in school. Even with student agendas and school fusion and interims and report cards and parent portal and all these other tools that we have accessible to us, it's very hard for parents to keep up with what's happening in school on a day-to-day basis and to stay involved with your education. By participating in these conferences, they not only see the work that you're producing, but they also can now assist in developing improvement goals in helping each of you reach these goals. Finally, as a student, it is our hope that you will begin to view this evaluation process in a different way. Your grade is not something that a teacher gives you, and it's not something that a teacher has done to you. Your grade is a direct result of what you have done and the effort that you have put into that work. When students realize this, and when they take ownership of the learning process, increased academic achievement will be the result. Throughout this video, we're going to refer to the adult who will be attending the conference as the parent. Although we realize that the person who may come to this and participate in the conference with you may be a grandparent, an aunt, an uncle, an older brother, sister, so on. There very well could be more than one person who comes and participates in this conference as well. The more the merrier.
In each of your core classes, there is a black crate for every class with a hanging folder for every student in that class. Inside each hanging file is a color-coordinated paper folder and plastic folder. You are putting your work samples in the paper folder, your working folder. Once you have determined that you want one of the samples to be used for your conference, you move that sample to the plastic folder. This will be your presentation folder for that class that you will be sharing with your parent at the conference. You should have 3 to 5 samples in the presentation folder for every core class. Social studies is green, science is yellow, math is orange, and language arts is blue. In addition to the work samples, there will be a data tracker in all of your core classes in which you will record all of your grades for the quarter. Test grades, quiz grades, homework grades, classwork grades, project grades, all graded assignments. Finally, you will have a 5th folder, red, which is housed in your Core 4 classroom. It is in this folder that you gather all of your on-core work. The red folder is kept in your Core 4 class. All 5 folders are presented at your conference. On conference day, when you come with your parent or parents for your conference, you will report to your Core 4 classroom. The day prior to the conference, you will be given the time to collect your presentation folders from all of your core classes and take them to your Core 4 classroom so that you will have everything in one place for the conference. Depending on how each of your classmates and their parents schedule their conferences, you may be the only conference in the room, or there could be several conferences taking place at the same time. Your Core 4 teacher will be in the classroom, but they will not be participating in the conferences. If your parent feels as if they need to communicate with any of your teachers, the Core 4 teacher will make a note and pass it on to the teacher. That teacher will then contact your parent. The teachers will not be participating in the conferences on student-led conference day. Especially for the first conference, everything will be scripted. We will provide you with the welcome, the transitions, the closure, and you will work with your core teachers to write the script for the work sample presentation. Even though you are presenting to your parents, we realize this can be a little intimidating at first.
Thank you, Mom, for coming to school today so I could share my work from this last quarter with you. Today I have 5 folders to share with you, 1 for each of my 4 core classes, language arts, math, social studies, and science, as well as 1 folder for my encore classes. I selected a sampling of work from each class to share with you and also show you my data tracking chart.